Hey there, everybody, and welcome to Age of Grogu, episode number 4. We have with us, as always, we have Elijah. Hey, Elijah, and we have Jason. Hey,
Lorraine's here too. She's doesn't want to get on my
Lorraine.
lap at the
He's
Lorraine's
moment.
almost
there.
camouflaged.
Do we have a
Nice-
Loki
nice
there,
shirt.
Jason?
He's sleeping.
Yeah, he's sleeping. Okay, fair enough. That's cool. How are you guys all today?
Doing good.
Yeah,
Doing good, man. It's a good Sunday.
that's cool.
Post DC Fandome
Right.
Sunday, so we're all like kind of hungover from all this big DC news.
There was a lot that came out yesterday. Yeah, everything from movies, TV shows, games, which we'll definitely go into today. We've got lots of little bits and pieces. Nothing huge on the Star Wars news front this week, or really with Marvel in general. But we got plenty of DC news, guys. And hello there to everybody in chat. And we have with us again. Hey, Lavelle, how you doing, buddy? And wait, and Wrench, is Wrench there? No, Wrench is not there. Okay, it's Tom Holland's
DC and Marvel seem to know
Okay.
when each
Yeah.
other when they're giving out information, so they probably work
Yeah.
on twin schedules.
Yeah,
It'd be hard if
exactly.
they did it at the
Absolutely,
same time.
yeah.
Marvel and DC Day
Yeah.
or like the same day,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is nice because that's what would happen on the Comic Con, like
Yeah.
San Diego. Things would be getting released the same day, and people would kind of miss
Right.
some of the information.
Yeah. Hey, Lavelle.
Yeah, you just
So-
find out about later.
Yeah, I actually read. I mean, I know we're jumping to movie news here suddenly, but I read that next year they're releasing Indiana Jones on the same day as they're releasing Black Adam, which is going to be an interesting
Wow.
conflict. I wonder which one is going to actually flex first and move their date.
Well, I mean, they got The Rock.
They got The
Black
Rock
Adam
and they
has
got
The Rock
Harrison.
going for him.
Yeah, they got The Rock and they got Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford,
and
so,
Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So who
That's
knows?
a pretty big Clash
Yeah.
of the Titans
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Didn't the
Uh,
other Indiana Jones open against Iron Man, the first Iron Man, same day?
I can't remember. It's a while ago. I'd have to
Oh,
check
did
that one
it?
up.
I think.
That's
I mean,
funny.
that's the memory I have going on the same day.
Interesting. Oh, okay. Maybe that
could be wrong.
happened. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So, a little piece of news that I forgot to mention last week that was kind of interesting to see, and it'd be kind of fun to cover a little bit. They are actually doing a live action series, by the sound of it, of Agatha Harkness. They are in discussions apparently right now. So a spin-off series from
I
WandaVision,
was
I'm
thinking that
guessing.
was coming. I was pretty
Yeah,
just from the end of WandaVision, like I
Yeah.
was expecting that to come. I'm not really surprised by this.
right.
Yeah.
No, I'm not surprised
Catherine
by it.
Hahn could carry a whole show. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Right.
And even
Yeah.
the little fake intro Wanda all along, like that little
Yeah,
segment, you're just like,
Yeah. It was
this
such a
could
great
totally
moment.
be her own.
When is this gonna take place? Is like before or
I
or
don't know.
after?
I mean,
Because she's like under a spell now. She's like,
she's under a spell, but here's the thing. I mean, I still feel we might see her pop up in the multi-universe of Madness.
I don't see why not. She can use a spell
Yeah,
to
and
like
it
get
could lead
access
off
to
from
outside. Like
Yeah.
she could have a little witch window,
Yeah.
seeing in other portals.
Absolutely.
or
maybe she like
whatever.
escapes and just jumps in different dimensions.
what I'm
and
saying.
That's
Hey.
the show. We
Hey
just
there,
got,
Kobe.
like,
It's
I've got
Sunday
Goku.
again. Yes.
If she was
Yeah.
manipulating the environment before, why wouldn't she still be able to do that?
Oh, right. Yeah. She's also got her little pet rabbit
Kobe.
that's, I'm going to guess is a familiar. I'm going to guess is some sort of familiar to
Is
her.
it finally
that,
gonna become a monster?
I don't know. I hope so. I was hoping for it to become a monster in the series, but it didn't. or
Yeah.
whatever it's going to be. But either way, it's that's obviously in the early stages. They did announce it about 2 weeks ago. I forgot to pull up the information and last week, but I would be very excited to see a series based around her. I thought that she's an incredible actress. Catherine Hahn is an amazing actress who absolutely could hold her own and pull her own series for sure on that character. So that'd be kind of a fun one to see.
Mhm.
Yeah. What other things are out there? What other news has been out there on TV? For anybody who is actually a fan of the animated show by Kevin Smith, Masters of the Universe Revelation, They just announced the second half of its season dropping on November 3rd on Netflix, which I am also a very big fan of. I grew up with the He-Man animated series from way back as a kid. I love the stuff they did in the early 2000s.
And this new storyline you really liked?
I really like the new storyline. It takes place
Mhm.
several years after the original
Right.
animated series, so it kind of pays homage to what the original series was, but then it takes it in a new direction. I had a lot of fun with what Kevin Smith did. And Mark Hamill voices Skeletor in this. Come
Yeah,
on,
that's cool.
you're
Cool.
talking about the voice of all voices, Mark Hamill,
Yeah.
and he does a great Skeletor. I mean, I was very much entertained by the series.
That's pretty cool.
Which is cool.
Did you guys remember when he was like, well, who did he voice? Murderface?
Murderface?
Was that?
Wait, what did he, in on
Chucky. You're talking about Child's Play.
No, it was an Adult
Oh.
Swim show.
Okay.
Metalocalypse.
Okay, he's done lots of characters.
He did
Yeah.
like
Yeah. He's done so many characters.
I
Yeah.
forgot who he voiced. Anyone out there
Yeah.
who remembers that
In
show?
Metalocalypse.
Who did Mark Hamill voice in Metalocalypse?
I'm
Was
not
there
too
a lot of
sure.
characters?
But did you
Who
Brent,
was
did you know about the Masters of the Universe convention that they held like a couple of weeks ago in
I know they
Orange
held
County?
They usually hold one every year. I think it's
Yeah.
called MasterCon or something like that. Yeah.
MasterCon. My friend
Yeah, it
went,
could be that.
and
It could be-
he's really into
Oh, yeah.
the new toy line that's coming out right now.
Mhm.
Is pretty
Oh, cool.
sick.
for
That's
for
cool.
the
Master of the Universe.
figures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You got some
picked up
people online like customizing them and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Right. Yeah, no, I can't afford the new toy line right now. I've been careful with my budget, but I did collect a lot of the 2004 toy line. I never liked the
Mhm.
originals. The 6-inch figures were always too big and bulky compared to
They were a
the small
weird
Star Wars
size.
figures. They were a weird size for me, and
Yeah.
they just didn't have the detail that, say, the Star Wars toys had
Yeah,
back
and
in
they
the
did
80s.
things
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, and
They
they
were
did-
like
they
they
did-
weren't
they
rubber
did do
like
some
the
cool things.
WWF figures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were very
hard parts.
muscle bound and very.
They were pretty close to that.
Yeah.
Remember, like
Yeah.
you stick your
Yeah.
thumb on the back of those.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
Smaller.
Yeah, that's
like,
it.
you know,
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
always
little
liked
flicky
the
end. Yeah.
I've always liked the GI Joe size. You know,
Mhm.
what's that?
Yeah,
1/16, I think.
or 3 3/4 inch
But
size. Yeah.
He-Man, those toys are just kind of weird. I had a few.
Yeah.
There's like a suction cup dude and the kind
Oh,
of the
yeah.
bug eyes
Yeah.
that
Mhm. That was oh god, wait, no, I forgot his name.
they all
He was
had
part
their
of the
little
Shears.
gimmick.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
absolutely.
They all
Yeah,
had
And
their
that's
thing.
what that was like the most
Yeah.
they had going for them. But besides
Yeah.
that, like, but then Ninja Turtles came out, which were like similar scale, but I
They were,
loved
yeah.
those.
Well, they were all the same sort of thing. Yeah,
Ball joints.
yeah.
The Playmate
But
figures. Dick
your
Tracy
GI
figures,
Joes
all
would
those
wear out
things.
because the rubber
Right.
band would like wear down, and then they
Yeah,
snap in half eventually.
yeah.
Um,
Now, yeah.
Colby,
That was-
we're gonna discuss some DC stuff. Just you wait.
Yeah. We definitely got to discuss DC stuff. We've got.
Yeah, we missed you.
DCs.
I thought you were going by
Yeah.
Liam these days, dude.
What's that?
Wrench.
Hey, Red is back. Hey, no, we didn't miss you, Liam. Just another quick thing I noticed this week. Squid Games. They actually announced that it was the Netflix's biggest viewing across the world. They've had over
Ever
100
on anything.
ever on anything.
Yeah.
They've had 111 million views worldwide,
Dang.
which is
crazy.
kind of crazy. Which
What was it
still
before
going
that?
strong. I have
Like
no
Bird
idea.
Box.
Yeah,
I think it was Bird Box.
yeah.
Because everyone watched,
could
that was
be.
like all the rage. with,
I
like,
haven't seen.
memes and
Oh,
stuff.
really? No, I've never seen that show.
I remember it's Bird Box, guys.
Okay,
Remember the
all
Bird
right.
Box challenge? You just walk around.
Oh yeah, yes,
blindfolded.
yes.
Liam's back
People
now.
on the
I think that was
online
like
time.
it just took the reins of that. I remember it
Right.
surpassing that in the first week,
Right.
and I was
gotcha.
like, "Oh shit, that's a
Okay.
big deal."
Well,
And
those
now
are people who are like going blindfold. They're not doing contests where they're gonna like
Right.
get shot or die.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
they
cool.
could die, but not in a contest.
Bird Box is
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
dope if you haven't seen it. I mean, there's a reason why it's so popular.
Okay, that's cool. No, I'll have to check it out. Then the other thing that they dropped news-wise this week was, where is it at? Oh yeah, of course. Hawkeye has got the first 2 episodes airing on the 24th of November, which means we are not going to have any conflicts with Book of Boba Fett when it airs and drops on
I see.
December
They're
29th.
doing that on purpose.
Book of Boba.
Yeah.
Nice. So it's just like kind of like how they did WandaVision,
Yeah.
like the first 2 episodes on the
That's true.
Yeah,
They
first
did
week.
that. That's true.
And then we're like, oh, well, that's it. Oh, just enough to rope us in.
Right. No, exactly. Yeah. So it's great. We won't have the clash of
That's good.
doing reaction videos on the same night for both
and,
a Marvel.
sure.
Yeah, we could. Yeah. Well, I could. Yeah.
You
You
guys
guys
be
could
worn out
sleep.
by
I'm
watching.
still going to be editing until 3 a.m. in the morning, I'm guessing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, that's Hawkeye comes out a month and 1 week from now. So I'm looking forward to seeing all that. It's weird, just like the last couple of weeks, we've had nothing Marvel-wise on television, and there hasn't been a lot going on. So it's like we had this weird quiet slump that I'm very much looking forward to.
They're just writing out Shang-Chi.
Yeah, exactly.
Continues to make more money.
Yeah.
So yeah,
absolutely.
And then let's marinate, you know.
The other thing I read was that they finished wrapping Moonlight.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight, sorry. Yes.
Someone's watching Ghostbusters tonight.
Oh, yeah? Wait,
Black Loki. Finally
Okay.
gonna do it.
You finally? Oh, good.
Wait a minute. Let's. Okay. Well,
how should he prepare, Elijah?
I would say watch it and then make. We're going to talk about that.
Make sure you have a high-C ecto-cool.
Next, we're going to do a Ghostbusters episode.
Right.
We're doing.
Make sure you have some high-C ecto coolers on standby to enjoy while you nice beverage.
Get some Crystal Head vodka from Crystal Head vodka and your Ecto one, and you can make a little, your Ecto cooler.
Yeah. Does anybody read emoji? Because I have no idea what Liam is putting down there. I am completely lost in what he's trying to explain.
There's a green gun.
What's that drink called? You get Aykroyd's Crystal Vodka and an
you get an Ecto one, maybe.
Okay.
That's what I don't know.
Cool.
A cactus.
That's pretty awesome.
Wait a minute.
Did you make that up just now?
Cooler.
What's that?
Did you just make that up? That's pretty funny.
Out of my head.
Ecto Cooler?
Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Vodka.
Right.
Okay.
Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Vodka, and you get some Ecto Cooler. But I don't think they make Ecto Cooler anymore, which is the problem.
You'd have to get.
And they're not even redoing it for this, for the merch for this stuff. But hey,
that you know of. It's probably toxic. That's probably
you're gonna get like a Ghostbusters, like Pepsi or whatever. Coca-Cola,
but I think you can just still do shots of Crystal Head vodka.
Yeah.
That's the closest to Ecto Cooler you get these days.
Yep. Oh dear. What other bits of news are happening on TV? We actually had what was it? We have what's that? Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, Vision's soundtracks dropped this past week. I forgot about that one. The soundtracks for the Star Wars Visions, which I've only heard the 30-second clips.
You're listening to those pop songs from the Rhapsody.
They're a little weird. I have to admit. They've got all of them in there on Rhapsody Rhapsody animated Visions, Tatooine Rhapsody, but. A little weird, I have to admit.
Yeah.
But there's some nice scores from what I've heard on them.
There was one track I remember. I guess it was that Pinocchio episode of the animated one that I was that I was really liking the music for while we were watching it. Do you know if it's on vinyl?
It's kind of cool.
No, it's only on digital right now.
Okay.
Did any of you guys see Halloween Kills yet?
No.
There's a lot of Halloween movies, and I've seen them, like most of them, and
this is the one dropped at the theaters last week. So
I know. I heard. I saw people liking it, but
you
see one Halloween movie.
Yeah,
you've seen Halloween and Halloween 3. You've seen all the combination of Halloween that they're going to do.
How was it, Lavelle? Did you enjoy it? I'm curious if Lavelle enjoyed it. Either way, I'm sure he'll get back to us. Yep.
Nah.
As we said, no spoilers, just for people who haven't seen it. What else is there? What other things were there? The one last thing that I was going to mention in the TV world of things, at least, was that actually no, two more things. My bad. But where is it at?
Moon Knight.
Yeah. Smallville.
Oh,
No,
Smallville.
that too. Smallville, yeah, turned 20 years old. I remember when that show first aired, because I watched it all the way through. And
it's such like a capsule of early 2000s culture.
It really is, actually.
Yeah. Because it came out in 2001.
Right.
That's like it's a pretty it's a strong year. It's like a very if you're around, people remember 2001.
Yeah, I was lucky enough about probably 10 or 11 years ago to actually work with Michael Rosenbaum, who played Lex Luthor. He actually had written a small script, and I production designed this little set for a film called Child for him, and we became friends soon after. So really nice guy.
Available online anywhere? Is that available?
Smallville?
Online?
What's that?
No,
Smallville?
Child.
Oh, Child? No, Child is not.
It's not on YouTube.
No, it came offline. The trailer is still up for Child.
Okay,
but,
maybe you
could post a link. Post the link below.
Post the link.
Yeah.
I'll post the link.
I'll post the link a bit later.
Post the bloody link.
Post the link, Brent.
Yeah, I have to add that in later. But yes,
post the bloody link.
Okay. Oh my God! Wow.
So like Guy Ritchie characters.
Did we?
I was going to do whatever.
Did we lose everybody else in chat?
You mean to tell me you didn't post the bloody link?
Wow. Okay. Now you realize that we have a real Brit in the actual chat now, and he might take offense to the American accent of
whatever.
speaking British.
Does that offend you? Oh, I'm sorry.
Which would take a lot to offend.
Colonizer. Just kidding, Liam. You're cool.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay. Oh, you're
Adam Warlock. I'll tell you what I'm happy about. I'm happy that Moon Knight is coming out, which I have the first, I've like from like the 90s, like the number one.
Oh yeah, Moon Knight. Let's talk about that. Yeah.
And I also have Warlock, when Adam Warlock Infinity War number one.
Nice.
So
he was a big deal in the Infinity War, like
Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, the Infinity Gauntlet.
Infinity War. Those
I thought he was going to be introduced. I was like, man, it's getting pretty late to introduce Adam Warlock. Don't you think, guys? They didn't even show up.
But now he's coming in, and old comic books that have been holding on to are going up in value.
Really?
Cool. Nice.
Because they're introducing these characters.
Paying off.
See, Marvel is introducing characters and putting characters in that, like they just keep bringing out characters.
Elijah's got some diamond hands right now, holding some valuable comics.
I seriously don't know too much about Adam Warlock's, but I do want to get your opinion. What are your thoughts on Will Poulter? Is it? Yeah, playing the character.
He's a great actor.
I think that's
carry
fine.
a whole movie. I think he could. He'll do a great job.
Yeah,
people Photoshop some stuff, and it looks pretty cool.
And I like that they're going with someone that's not like Brad Pitt or some name that like everyone knows. Like it's refreshing.
They're going with a great actor.
They're going with a good actor that will make the part work for him, type thing, which is nice. Not just someone who looks like a superhero.
Exactly.
The thing I was going to say is I don't know enough about the character. Is his age kind of young for this character, or is it about the right age for the character of who Adam Warlock is supposed to be in the comics?
It's again they've done the
man in his he's like peak physical form of a man.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
That would be
young man. 20s, it's not like
30s.
Okay. All right. So that's about the right age. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. Well, it'll be interesting to see what James Gunn does with that character in Guardians 3 when they start shooting next year.
I'm always happy with what he does with characters.
It's going to be amazing if he's the first one to introduce that character. Have like a good.
He does a great job. Like a lot of his characters that are introduced. I mean, DC's doing a spin-off of like a character that he's introduced, and like he's really good at that.
Revealing a character even in one and revealing a character in a shot or whatever. It's like it's done very well.
Yeah. Lavelle wants to know
I know, right?
The Turner Guardians 3, Ant-Man, Kang, and it's going to be interesting to see how this intertwines.
But like the Ant-Man usual tone is, comedic, and they're pretty holding like they do hold a lot of weight as far as like
getting into the quantum verse, and it's getting all into the quantum and space,
right?
And They're going to all the galactic space world stuff, which is kind of like a never-ending hole for Marvel stuff. They have so much they can pull from there.
It's probably going to still have the same Marvel tone, you know.
Yeah,
be funny.
I'm just curious. Because I'm curious.
Cut the tension with a joke here and there.
Yeah,
they'll light up your smoke.
Yeah, I am curious though. I'm curious with we kind of are guesstimating what we're expecting to see between now and the end of Multi-Universe of Madness, and they're obviously not going to kind of conclude the story of the breakdown of the galaxies and the multiverses there. So we then jump into Ant-Man 3, and we jump into Guardians 3, and we've got all these other movies in the later half of this arc. So I'm curious as to what we ending up with, down the line towards.
It's going to be they're going space. 5. They're all space characters. You got the Fantastic Four. You got it's all space-based.
Nick Fury has established sword.
Because he's in space right now, isn't he? From
they're bringing in the multiverse. They're bringing out the space characters. So it's just going to get crazy, which is good.
Here you go, cosmic guys.
Getting cosmic for the next phase of Marvel.
I like how Marvel has already kind of portrayed the cosmic, where it's just kind of weird. There are all a bunch of weirdos out there, like the Grandmaster and the Collector.
It's all that Kirby, Jack Kirby. They're going with all those Jack Kirby characters.
And then they're really embracing the Kirbiness of everything, especially
everything and the look. That's what I was really enjoyed about the What If, is that the animation they are bringing in the animation style along with some of those other like 70s, 60s artists, Steranko and those guys.
I'm curious to see whether we'll see that actually pull into the real life universe with the
I mean, they kind of have,
they
have.
Well, like, I'm
talking about the Kirby.
I think,
but look at the architecture on Sakaar. It's Kirby.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
like
all Kirby. Yeah. Like they even have like a panel, like a cover of like remade in the background of like the Grandmaster's box.
Right,
like
it's totally based on Kirby.
Literal
the animation
Kirby comic book cover.
Animation just gets to push it a little bit further because they kind of get that animation.
I'd like to see the blobs.
Like, I would. That's what I'm going with. I'd like to see that in the reality. We might see that in the
maybe that will be some Adam Warlock, like his powers will like come out like Kirby dots.
Oh yeah,
the Kirby dots in the real world.
Come close when he's in a dark realm. Like with Dormammu. That's some Kirby psychedelics stuff right there.
Absolutely, no, completely. What was the other thing that now this is kind of an unofficial leak, but it seems like it could be
breaking news.
I don't know if it's breaking news, but it's
oh, wait a minute.
The title. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Apparently, there was a email that was sent out that got intercepted,
weird.
And apparently that was the title.
Name of it?
That's like a production.
Apparently
that's
that
was like a production graphic. That's not supposed to be seen by the public.
It's
like a working graphic.
But that title was in. That's not the official graphic, but that was.
It's a production graphic, dude.
But either way. It's sounding more and more like that could be the possible.
Because that looks like shit.
Well, no, but
look at that. Pull it up again.
Yeah, well,
it's weird because it's not the same Spider-Man.
Look at that.
No, this is not the official thing. The actual email is the official. This is somebody's representation of what was put in the email, but the actual email did say,
okay, wait a minute.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Put that together.
Huh?
This is for the movie. They're changing the title of the movie.
What's that? The sequel.
No,
they haven't given it a sequel yet. Yeah, they haven't given it a sequel name yet. But in a email, supposedly, across the universe, which is could be interesting.
Is that I don't.
That's for the animated show. That's for the animated.
Miles Morales.
I know. I understand, but like that. Yeah, that fan art was just
okay.
Yeah. Spider-Verse was still my favorite. Yeah, the fan art was.
I
just grabbed it because it was online.
How can that be real?
It was
like that looks so crappy.
It was either that or
it
was either that or pulling out the actual email that has nothing more than a typed
the
email.
Email would have made more sense to my brain.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, wait a minute,
fair
what's going on?
That's why I said it's unofficial leak of a email. That's where I was going with that.
You confused me with that graphic.
I need to
where was that
explain
from?
things to you beforehand, don't I? I just pulled it offline.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's just as a graphic designer, that was a pretty gross graphic.
Yeah, for sure. Either way, that could be the title unless they change it and they see that name and they rechange it. Supposedly, I believe it's next year it gets released either way, which is cool. Yeah, I mean that's all the most current information I've got. I mean, we basically can go into the DC fandom of what we started and watched yesterday.
DC Fandome. Is it fandom or dome?
Fandome.
Yeah,
Fandome.
Welcome to the Fandome.
So first, out of
is that Fandome? Is that like in the
dome.
CW in the dome? I keep thinking
CW promotional where they were like fighting each other in that metal dome. Remember that?
Oh, that was so cool. That was awesome.
Is that the DC Fandome?
Like season 2 or season 3 of Arrow.
Is that what the Fandome is?
I have no idea. I wish they'd do those things again.
Think. When I see the word DC Fandome, I think of the promotional stuff for CW universe. No, it was called the Fandome for whatever purposes Warner Brothers called it that. But I mean, they're inspired by those promotional CW promotions.
Probably, yeah. There you go. I don't know.
We like this. Some of the best DC stuff out right now.
The entire thing was it. But they did. The entire thing was under one big dome. They changed the background, but it was underneath a metal dome. If you had a look at the
and like when the CG, like when they plopped them into the AR.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But what out of all the things that you saw, because I know Jason, you never got the chance to see it live, but you've seen some highlights and stuff. What was the most interesting thing to you out between the trailers, between the movies coming out, between the TV shows, between the games?
I mean, all the trailers were awesome, but I'd like to point out that Blue Beetle is finally coming out. Getting a live action thing, and I like to see Blue Beetle as the Miles Morales of the DC universe, as far as like representation on like Latino Americans.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what it's Jaime Reyes is the name of his human form. He finds the scarab and is endowed with a technology similar to Stark's nanotech in Infinity War and stuff like that. In the promotional picture, do you have that? He looks like a metal Iron Man and Iron Spider at the same time.
Don't have the promotional picture. No, I don't have it on me.
But I'm excited about that. And the director they got is also like a Puerto Rican director who has a similar background to the Jaime Reyes of coming from a working class family and stuff like that. And so like it looks like they're really involving the Latino inclusion in the whole making of this thing. But the only thing I'm disappointed about is that it's just going to be a HBO exclusive. I was hoping for like
really? It's not. Oh, really? It's not a feature.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no big screen, and that's what I mean. As far as I know so far, and that's kind of disappointing. I feel like we're ready for like to see Blue Beetle on the big screen. It's a cool character.
I would like to see that
mad representation on Latino.
Well, it's interesting that's going along on HBO along with the Peacemaker, because that's also going to be on HBO. And both of those were Charlton characters to begin with before they were at DC.
Right.
Yeah,
and I mean, Jason, you know that those were based off of Watchmen. That Alan Moore took the Charlton characers and put it into Watchmen.
Yeah,
so
he just like took these like, well, just take these that you're not using anymore,
Peacemaker
and then like revamp you. Like, you know what? I could do some cool things with these guys.
So those characters have like in the DC universe, there are like multiple different.
It's crazy, right? Yeah, it's crazy that they're all they're
all the kind of the same character.
The thing I pointed out yesterday was that like we got Aquaman coming out, which has like the guy who played Night Owl and the current like Dr. Manhattan in the HBO series in the same movie. There's some crossover even with the stars with those two properties.
Oh, that's funny. Now the one thing, I mean, my introduction honestly to the Blue Beetle, because I didn't know too much about the character because I never really read the comics, was in the TV show of Young Justice, and they've actually dropped the first 2 episodes of Young Justice season 4 apparently on HBO Max, which I haven't had the chance to see
on
yet.
now. Okay.
Yeah, they dropped the first 2 episodes, so I'm excited to check it out.
They must have done it yesterday.
And I they just literally yesterday they announced it, but I loved Young Justice.
You got me roped in. You roped me into that show.
Yeah, and they do
first
a great.
2 seasons I just hadn't picked up. I remember that being like a huge deal is that they weren't selling toys, so they canceled them, and it was like the best show to come out in a while, and we're like, the hell, it shows you how much they rely on like toys to determine which shows continue.
But they really built up on
in this new
Blue
streaming
Beetle in that series.
They built him up, and that was my introduction to Blue Beetle. I mean, it's a relatively new comic. Like, he's a new character.
But I love that character. I love the arc that they
created.
New to DC.
Yeah. And
they revamped him in like earlier this within the
other
last,
thing
15 years.
The other thing I loved is that they also brought in Static Shock into that series. Because of I think it was like nearly 20 years of legal battles between the family of what was his name, Dwayne Duffy, who unfortunately had passed away from cancer, but the family had held the rights for that character, so they couldn't do anything with it until Young Justice came along. And Young Justice, they ended up by finally being able to use a Static Shock again into that, which I love the reintegration of Static Shock back into that series. So
apparently that's a problem with a lot of the DC characters.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And why they're not as varied as Marvel, because a lot of their characters come from Shazam and the Charlton characters and other. They have all these different. They own them, but they don't have the rights to make movies or limited rights
tied
on
up in legal stuff.
Right. So
tied up in legalities.
That's the one I'm waiting for the question to like make an appearance as a movie, as a really great noir.
Well, DC's relying on Warner Brothers to be their Disney and buy up all that stuff.
Apparently, it's that character just not open because they've tried. Kevin Smith had a go at trying. Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin tried.
I feel like it would be great as like an HBO limited series or something.
It would be great. The Question would be a great series.
They already got the Watchmen.
Right.
All those characters they could tie a lot in, which would be
Are they ready to introduce a whole other universe?
I enjoy what they did with the Question in the Justice League Unlimited series, which was kind of fun. I don't know if that follows the original.
A bit different, I mean, he's a different character in the comic books, but
gotcha.
They did whatever. That was fine with what they were doing with him. It made it work. So
but there's that was cool. There was a few other bits and pieces. They dropped a few. They dropped a trailer for the animated movie Injustice, which completely blew me away. I think my reaction. I looked at it later when I was editing our reaction video. I was like, oh yeah, I got really excited when I saw the Injustice animated movie trailer for that comes out.
And I'm sure all that is going to HBO Max because DC did have its own page, and then now it's all on HBO Max.
Yeah, it's all HBO Max now. Everything's on HBO Max.
Like all the original like Super Friends, all the way through to like the Superpower, like all of those episodes are on there. Like everything, all seasons.
HBO Max is pretty dope. I like.
They have a lot of.
Like, I think it's worth it if you if subscribe to something.
Cartoon
Network and all of the old Space Coast to Coast episodes on there.
Yeah,
they're definitely doing their full content of new shows too. I mean, I don't have HBO Max, but I'm gonna end up by getting it sooner or later. I do want to check out.
It's the one that's most worth it to me right now. Like out of all over Netflix, it's like has more on it than Netflix for me.
Doom Patrol is something I really want to check out, and they've just announced season 4 for that.
Okay.
So.
There you go, buddy. Jason. You got a hero out there.
It ain't an accident, dude. It's been crafted for years.
Okay.
He's
no,
asking if
that's
the question has a face.
Yeah,
he has a face. He just puts on a mask that looks like he's got no face.
Yeah. I was going to say, Lavelle brings up the Peacemaker. They did show a trailer for. Lavelle's not as excited for that. I'm curious to see what they go with it, because they kind of set up an interesting cliffhanger at the end of the Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
and I just don't know much about that character.
Are you going to go in depth on his like psyche and stuff like that? Because it's going to be a character study. You're going to choose to do a show on a specific comic book character. That's the best outcome is a character study on that specific character. And
I mean, he's not. If you want to he's not much different from the comedian in Watchmen. Like like he's the character's kind of in the same world, I guess.
Right. Lavelle does ask that he does ask, who asked for the Peacemaker show. The funny thing is, it was James Gunn who apparently started writing this series.
The thing is,
just randomly. He wasn't being paid to write anything. He just started writing it until, and then he said, "By the way, I've got a whole series," and he dropped the scripts in front of Warner Brothers, and they said, "Go for it." So it was really James Gunn who, in fact, is the one who, I guess, asked for a Peacemaker
he saw
series
potential in that character.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I think it'll be at least worth.
Was that something that he was just writing just over, like in between the movie and having like lockdown or whatever? Was from at home and just writing because he wanted to?
From what I saw, what I understood was he started thumbnailing little concepts throughout Suicide Squad, but then he really just sat down and just he belted out a whole thing, and I think he even said he just started writing and he couldn't stop. Storyline, he just couldn't stop writing. So apparently that was it, and he got them interested in doing the TV show based off that. So we'll get I'm not sure if it's 8 episodes or how long this season is, but it'll be out in January, I believe, of next year. So that's coming out soon. I'm pretty sure.
What would be a relevant show, Black Loki?
He's asking what is he saying? I'm not.
Give me a relevant show.
Relevant show. In relation to
the world right now,
the DC in James might win on that one. Well, I don't know. It depends.
I know. Can you fight?
We didn't talk about the Flash yet, guys.
Oh, we haven't even talked. We haven't talked about the Flash. We haven't talked about any of the movies yet either. Personally, that was my favorite feature film that they have got. The Flash, great.
I recently bought a bunch of Kenner superpower figures on eBay.
Very cool.
I used to have these all, but
what line is that? What's that from?
It's Superpowers. Kenner. Just after Kenner did the Star Wars, they did all these Kenner figures.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got a bunch of.
Wait, put him up again. Oh yeah, so you got.
They're all like Super Friends era.
The Super Friends era, but they're more buff.
Okay, so I got them all here.
What else?
I just watched Super Friends recently. Like when's the
really?
No, have you?
Oh, haven't? No, I haven't.
I did. That's why I was saying they're all on HBO Max.
They're hard to watch.
Super Friends.
But
the music was still really awesome.
The last 2 seasons,
I love the score.
The
you watch them all? You're sitting there watching all of that?
I watched them when I was a kid, but yeah.
I know, but I'm talking about Elijah now.
I went back and watched the last 2 seasons, which is they have different names. One's like Galactic Guardians, and the other one is like Power of the Super Friends or something. But anyways, the last 2 seasons were really good, and they got into stuff that it wasn't as childish as the previous.
Yeah,
interesting.
Marvin and Wendy and the Super Friends, and
the later seasons were then obviously late 70s, right?
No, like I would say like 86.
Oh, they were 80s, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this still that same from the same run from the 70s? Like
in the same animation style, they were same. Yes, but like Wonder Twins are not in there. But there is an interesting episode in the last season where they actually go into the backstory of Batman, and this is when
I don't remember any of this. Interesting.
Yeah, you should check it out. And Batman is being voiced by Adam West.
Adam West. Okay.
Yeah, and they go into the whole backstory and show his parents getting shot, like in this.
Oh wow!
Oh shit!
In this animated.
Oh damn! I didn't know that. Okay.
So it's very dark.
Post the link.
Brent,
post the link.
The link. I'll get it up there. Have you guys watched?
I can give you the episode name if you guys. We can still talk. And
I didn't watch Titans.
I watched season.
Y'all talk about Titans. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Titans. I did see season 1. It was definitely very dark, maybe a little too dark. It was, that was about it. I couldn't connect with the characters, but I've never really connected with the Teen Titans at all, even in the animated stuff.
Yeah, it's just it depends on what everybody's different, especially with comic book characters, like what you drawn to and what characters do you find interesting. Right. I have, people go through different characters, different books, try to find who they like, and it's always something for everybody out there, which is nice.
Hey there, Dimes Dollar Podcast. How you doing, bud? How's it going? Wait, okay. Thoughts on the Lego Batman movie? I loved it.
Lego Batman.
Yeah. The Dimes to the
Lego
Dollar
Batman,
Podcast.
Jason?
Lego Batman, Jason. I loved it.
Oh yeah, it's one of the best Batman movies to come out in a while.
It had me in stitches. There was some stuff in there that I was absolutely I saw it on the big screen, and I absolutely
liked
pissed myself laughing. It was so
Billy D. Williams' reprisal of Harvey Dent.
Yeah, which was cool. That one moment when Robin is going, kids are mean to me and all this sort of stuff, and then Batman just says, "Yeah, kids can be cruel" or something. It was something that was so funny that I was just
that Robin's suit is just a modified version of Batman's reggae.
I don't know the video game. Oh yeah,
right. You guys remember that? He just rips the pants off. He's like, "This is great."
That's funny.
Just a reggae themed Batman suit.
Did you guys ever play the video game at all? Or?
No,
I actually I had the video game. I played.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah. It was fun. I mean, it's a very easy game. It's like
right.
Anybody can play it.
It was cool seeing like a bunch of like comedians. Like, you had like Doug Benson as Bane. Doing like a version of Dark Knight Rises Bane.
I can't get into video games.
And you
it's just never been my thing. It's been hard.
What was it? Kate McCucci was Clayface or something. It was there was a weird like there was just a group of comedians like each playing like some of the
well cast for their characters.
The Rogue Squad was all cast
doing the
by
Riddler?
like
Who did the
great
Riddler?
comedians.
I can't remember.
I forgot. The IMDb is worth looking up.
Oh yeah,
right.
And which is funny because they do mention Polka Dot Man and like they go through all the weird rogues gallery of like
Polka Dot Man comes in
Polka Dot Man. And like Zach Galifianakis's Joker says, "You don't believe me? Look it up." And like those are actual
real characters.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that in the trailer or something. They did this. Yeah, they did a gap. What's that?
But then we come full circle where we've introduced Polka Dot Man and kind of made a believable, grounded backstory for a character like that who you'd be like, "What is that for real?"
Yeah,
like those weird.
David was so good in that movie, though, in Suicide Squad. He was.
But
great
it'd be
as that
cool
character.
to see a Condiment Man eventually in a portrayed in a
Condiment King, wasn't it? Wasn't it Condiment King or something like that? Yeah, but they did. They put him in the the Batman Lego movie, right? They had Condiment King in there for a second.
Yeah, they mentioned him in the movie.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah. Like they there's going to the list of how
that's it. That's it. Yeah,
and
but he has popped up in something in the animated stuff somewhere along
I'm
the way.
Sure. Like there's the DC Rogues Gallery is a force to be reckoned with.
We're going back to that again. You know what? Ranking the Star Wars movies. I'm gonna have to actually make a list on that. Maybe we'll do that for next week, guys. We'll put our ranking of each of the Star Wars movies. Let's put that on the back burner. We'll do that for.
What's the best one right now? Everyone goes around, tell them the best Star Wars.
Empire Strikes Back.
I'm with Elijah.
I'm gonna have to go with Empire Strikes Back, but
unanimous.
Not only is it a good Star Wars movie, it's the perfect movie.
Revenge, Revenge of the Sith has some very great moments in there, very powerful moments too. Which
but there's a lot of weird moments that kind of cancel out the great stuff.
But
I mean, I'm gonna say it's the best prequel.
But let's do a list for next week. Let's talk about. It's
over. We've already said what number 1 is.
We said what number 1 is.
Everyone
but we
agrees.
Should make a full list from 1 through to 9.
And you could all break down like why it's such a good movie. There's many reasons.
It's the best one. Yeah. And then all the other ones are symmetrical. Like, what do you think personally is the best one to you? But Empire is just start to finish.
Not just the best Star Wars movie, but like a really good movie.
A great movie, regardless of like if you've watched it.
It holds its own.
You're straight into the world right away. You believe it all. It's believable. It's like
but that also goes to the fact of
how good of character chemistry all the way up to 11.
That also goes to. It goes to how good of a director that Ivan Kershner was to pull that film
to bring
off,
in those characters. Bring it in more of an actor's piece. They had a lot to work with.
As a follow up to record
they didn't have like
Game Changer
go to hockey
too.
Stations. To get power converters. They had
Well, he's a more mature Luke.
Where were we? We
just gets mauled right from the get go.
We lost track of our DC universe.
We were talking about Super Friends and stuff.
We were, yes.
Lego Batman.
Lego Batman.
I'm sorry. We started talking about Flash. We never even got to start talking about
We didn't even get to start.
We didn't talk about Black Adam.
Black Adam, we didn't talk about any of that stuff.
We did do separate reaction videos on all these, but our overall thoughts looking back at the trailers that they dropped. Yeah, the Flash first. It was my favorite. I was the most excited.
Most intriguing, obviously, because it leaves so much open into like guessing of what's happening. The other ones are pretty more straightforward of like you get what's going on with the story, but like to introduce Michael Keaton's Batman, and just to start it off with the music, the music.
I was just more hyped for knowing that Michael Keaton was doing the voiceover there. That we saw Wayne Manor from Michael Keaton's universe.
And just the specific words that he says, it's like you can come in any universe, and why do you want to save this one? Like, why is he there? What does that mean? Who are they talking to? Like,
how did he end up? Is that like the flashpoint where like Barry doesn't have his powers? And then
we don't know.
To Wayne Manor.
I mean,
we don't know.
At the end, if he's seeing if it is the Batmobile, like why would he be shocked by? I mean, would he even know that? Why would he be that shocked by that Batmobile? Like, oh my God! What? That could be the oh my God could be
this
from
could
another
be
part of the movie.
Huge mess.
It just could be crazy.
It could be.
Like,
but
what if he takes
it's
off
Michael Keaton? Come on,
the Val Kilmer Batmobile instead. Like it could be just a different something different.
But how about for the people who don't know about Batman '89, and this is all just for us. Seeing the Batmobile underneath, it's a lot of like,
but it's pure fan service.
It is
absolute fan service. But the big thing from my perspective is they're not going to just pull in an actor like Michael Keaton to do a cameo of like 2 minutes. He's going to be there for a certain amount of the film. I would expect to see at least 15 to 20 minutes of him being interactive throughout the movie. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I feel like the Flash could carry his own movie without having to depend on the intertextuality of the reference to past DC. It sounds like a gimmick as well. It could be. And this could be a hot mess, or it could be awesome.
Wait a minute, Black Loki, stop watching Ghostbusters. You can't watch Ghostbusters and us at the same time. Turn it off. Turn it off.
You're disgracing such a great piece of art by
turn it off.
He's only focusing on one thing right now.
He's updating us in real time. Like he's like, oh, he's at the library scene. Oh, just you wait, bro.
Wait. Are you watching this live on television? You're watching this live on television right now.
Loki, you're messing it up.
It's probably like playing on cable because it's Halloween time.
Oh my gosh,
they're just like cycling through.
The
first one's way better than the second.
That's for sure. Version.
Lavelle, you're upsetting Elijah.
Elijah actually told someone to turn off Ghostbusters. Wow. I never would have thought. I never would have thought I'd
Yes.
hear
Turn off
Elijah say,
until-
Wow.
"Turn off Ghostbusters."
It's
I was
either
talking
listen
about-
to
I was
us or
talking
listen
about
to
YouTube.
Ghostbusters.
I was talking about YouTube.
YouTube. Okay.
So you can watch.
You know what? If you're a true
Ghostbusters on
fan, you would have told him to turn this off and continue
That's what I was
watching
saying.
Ghostbusters.
He was, but then where would we we would lose Lavelle.
All right, so wait a minute. Going back
Right.
to Ghost,
Yes.
going back to Batman '86.
Ghostbusters.
Going back to
Yes.
Batman '86. I want
86?
89.
89. Thank you. Yes.
Dyslexic works on both
Right now,
axes.
there's a
There you
comic
go,
book
yeah.
series which I think is on issue 3, where it is
Okay.
Batman '89, and it's going from the end of Batman in between Batman and Batman Returns,
Okay.
which is a comic
What?
book series. Yes. So
Interesting.
you have
Okay.
the Billy D. Williams as Two-Face
Harvey
turning into
Two-Face.
Two-Face in this storyline. They're still reading him in.
Oh, he's way too
But
old
those
for
are, I
that.
believe, free online, and you can read up to issue 3.
Okay,
And
that's
I think
cool.
it's on issue.
It's like a Batman
Free right
extended universe.
Right.
kinda.
So I don't know if that's going to lead anything into. I don't think it's going to lead anything into it, but I'm just saying
Right.
it's there.
Okay. No, that's interesting.
And the
That's
library,
cool.
oh man, you gotta.
Yeah. So that wow, we just lost the plot.
A
today.
live watch session. A
so
watch along with Black Loki.
So ultimately, we had the Flash trailer. We had a trailer for
Black Adam.
Black Adam. What did you guys think of? Well, it was more like a featurette.
A quick
Black Adam.
intro. It was like the introduction shot of.
Dude, I was excited to learn that they're bringing in more characters. Like DC now is
Right.
like excited to introduce as much as they can.
Yeah,
That's what
It's
I'm
still
saying.
one thing,
Yeah,
it's like,
trying to bring
well,
in
okay, we
all their
have some screen
characters.
time. Let's bring on a whole
Right.
ensemble.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just about Black Adam. It seems
Yeah.
like we've got a whole ensemble.
They had
I mean, come on,
Hawkman in there,
we've got
Adam Man,
Dr.
and
Fate. I mean,
Dr.
come
Fate,
on. This
yeah.
will be the first time we've seen Dr. Fate, in the real.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
so the
well,
Shazam,
technically, we've
the
seen him in some of
Shazam
the TV stuff.
universe is pretty much introducing all of that stuff.
Yeah,
type of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like the I don't know, like their version of the
Yeah.
Eternals, the
Right.
old gods
right.
and stuff. And so
Yeah.
we're gonna get this whole like
That would be cool if
the
DC did,
Olympus and Hercules and
Yeah.
and
Well, DC
Samson.
has old gods,
Yeah, yeah.
which is
Yeah,
new gods.
exactly.
I'm sorry,
the
Yeah,
new
yeah.
gods.
Well, they did get rid of the
And they
New
could
Gods
bring
movie
in
they were doing.
New
Yeah.
gods and Granny Goodness and all that. That would be crazy if they ever
Yeah,
did
their
that.
version of like that kind of how the Eternals are.
Right,
kinda.
right.
And
right.
then we've all been introduced in the Justice League, and we saw like
Yeah, yeah.
Hercules and
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
them and
Right.
the old gods.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is kind of cool. They're expanding
Yeah.
the universe a lot, and it's getting less grounded as we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm just bringing in more characters. So it's not just
Yeah.
like the main
Yeah.
3 characters that they have, the main rights to.
Mhm. Well, when they were first starting out, it's just Superman,
Batman, Superman,
just
Superman,
Superman,
Batman, Superman.
like
and
oh,
then,
nothing else is happening. It's a normal ass world. It's just Superman.
until you
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
Superman 4, the
wait,
quest
oh,
for
shit,
peace.
mate.
The quest for
Bruce-
peace.
Maybe a Bruce
Like
Wayne
picture.
Wayne
Yeah.
Industries satellite is like the only connection, and
Right.
I guess Roxxon or like LexCorp. There's just those were
Yeah,
the
yeah.
only Easter eggs, and now it's just a big ass world.
Yeah, yeah,
They're trying to shove
Yeah.
everything in. Spider-Man 3 and everything
yeah.
that they're coming out with.
Well, we'll see. I mean, for me, the DC universe, started off a little bit as a hot mess for me personally. I just couldn't get into the stylization of Snyder. That's just personal choice.
Brent
I'm glad that
boycotted Justice League.
I never watched the first one, and I didn't watch Batman versus Superman.
Oh
I
yeah, he
wasn't
boycotted.
boycotting.
He boycotted all
didn't-
the Zack Snyder.
I just didn't want those to be my first experience of seeing Batman and Superman crossing over, because I'd heard some,
Well, I mean, that's the
not
truth,
great
Brent.
things about
This
it.
is the first experience we have, and this is what we have to live with.
Actually,
You can't run
but
from reality, Brent. That
It's in
is
that
what
world.
happened.
If you accept it as that world and you watch it for what it
Yeah.
is, like
I
You
would
just gotta
like to
accept the reality of
Right,
it
but
being like
I-
shit.
we'll get more. We'll get more.
Oh, yeah,
We're-
no.
we still
I
got.
just- I
you
go
got-
back to my original statement, which is always.
So do I.
been-
I mean, I wish it was the Donnerverse, like
Well, not even that. I would like to see a tradition. I would like to have seen, for the first time
Brent
that we
keeping
see
us
these
in line.
characters come together, I would like to have seen the traditional what we've seen in the books and the animated stuff as being a traditional live action kind of vibe to it first.
They'll get back
just
to
to
it.
see where
they're
it belongs.
doing that now.
This
is exactly what they're doing now.
But they're doing I feel like they're doing the reverse. I think if you start off traditionally and then you break off later years and do fun different things, that would make it more interesting.
You got to consider the fact of when like Man of Steel came out was the biggest superhero movie other than the Avengers was the Dark Knight trilogy.
Sorry,
and so they were going along. They were going along with that whole realm. You know, they were stuck in this dark universe, this gritty stuff that was working for them.
Yeah,
and then they just kind of ran with it.
Right,
and it kind of went too dark. But like,
yeah.
I don't know. I wanted it to be good. I was there for all of it, and I'm happy where they ended up. And the whole like release the Snyder Cut movement is a game changer for movies and comic book movies.
Yeah,
and I think that's worth.
I enjoyed what they did.
It's going to be an addition to this ash heap of DC content.
Loki, is it a couple of wavy lines?
Yeah.
What are you guys saying?
Pause the Ghostbusters, the wavy lines. Oh, okay. All right. So and then of course we had the trailer for the Batman, which was interesting. I was like, okay, interesting. It's another Batman. It felt very similar to Nolan's Batman in its look and its vibe style to a certain degree. So I didn't, that was just me.
You like that?
Yeah,
I like this. I said it last when we did the reaction. Like, this is the first movie Batman to admit that he wears eyeshadow.
Right.
I'm not afraid to admit that. I like Robert Pattinson's Batman. Bruce Wayne actually looks like he doesn't get sleep at night because he's gallivanting all night.
Yeah, because he's
that's like a realistic
crime all night. Like he's
portrayal. Yeah, he looks like shit.
Yeah,
like Bruce Wayne looks like shit.
Not like some pretty boy out entertaining. Like, how much time do you got? When do you sleep?
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah,
it'll be justice.
And when you take these girls home, you take your shirt off and you got bullet holes all over your chest. Like,
but that's the thing. Bruce Wayne doesn't have time to do. I mean, Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne did all the shit. That's the difference between him. Whereas, like, you can see Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne, he doesn't even drink. He's got to stay sharp. Ben Affleck's Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne drinks.
Right.
He's like sleeping with models and shit.
Yeah.
He does it all. And he does CrossFit too at the same time. You have time to do that, Bruce.
Yeah.
You have time to send Wonder Woman emails, do CrossFit, and get drunk and bang supermodels.
Okay.
And then the world is coming to you. You got Doomsday coming, and you're doing all that shit.
Yeah,
Ben Affleck. I mean, I'm sure he's already like halfway doing half of these things already.
Yeah,
he knows how to cover his tracks.
But Christian Bale is like, Patrick Bateman, Bruce Wayne. He throws his drink out. He pretends to drink, pretends to be drunk, but doesn't have a drip. It's just always focused, and that was like pretty realistic. And now you got this like debauched. Bruce Wayne, we got from the way he looks.
The look of it. I mean, I like the look of it. It almost looks like a Batman Beyond type of look, but it's going.
It does feel like
Batman.
You
Batman
think so?
One.
Interesting.
The suit, the red,
the build,
going with the red and the black, and just kind of like
color scheme. His silhouette does kind of look more slim and
slim down and more like, I would say, futuristic versus more homemade and futuristic than the other ones did, and also. When I say Batman Beyond, it's just like learning to be. This is a learning to be Batman, and like
Batman Year One.
Batman Year One, not trusted by the police.
This feels like Batman Year One to me because he's
vigilante trying to figure out a crime.
If they did make a Batman Beyond movie, who would you want to see as old Bruce Wayne? Which actor?
Oh, I just have to say Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I'd have to go with
Michael Keaton. Absolutely,
it would be. Especially if it was. I mean, he could play older, but he is older now. But we don't know what.
But I think like a lot of the source material for this will be like Batman Year One, based on like just the look. He's driving like an actual car.
Yeah.
And how do we know we're not getting that in Flash? Like maybe he is both. Like maybe he puts back.
There's no mention. There's no mention of that crossover, but I assume that's where they're going.
It's all still very vague, you know.
How do we
it's
know?
all speculation.
We don't know that.
Huh?
He could be like he could be a man in a chair and have another Batman out there fighting. Well, and then he has to put on this.
Yeah.
How do we know that's Batman in the suit?
Yeah,
we got to see. We got to see a lot of Penguin. Cobblepot. I like that he calls him Sweetheart.
Yeah,
Sweetheart.
So the Riddler at the beginning of that trailer. We also saw Alfred Pennyworth as well.
Oh yeah,
Andy Serkis. Yeah,
Andy Serkis is.
I'll be curious to see how. I'll be curious to see how they portray that version.
See, I feel like I like that they're going with this type. There's like two types of Alfred. There's like the old man Alfred.
Yeah,
and then there's the
Alfred
fighter who could fight.
Yeah.
Like who you could trust is like in MI6 or whatever. Like he was like a
military
equivalent to Green Beret and
they did that in Gotham. They did a very great.
They did a whole Pennyworth series.
But he was going. Oh, that was still they just picked up a season 3. I think they said they're shooting.
But yeah, I think Andy Serkis is kind of like the
the rough tough Alfred.
Kind of like Jeremy Irons.
Yeah. Yes.
They wear their waistcoat.
Yeah.
You know, they're rocking the waistcoat.
Yeah.
They don't look like a butler. They just look.
But they're also old.
But
they're also old school punching with their fists, kind of.
They could hold their own. They have some kill counts. You know.
Right.
Body counts, high body counts, dude, from back in the day. Well, I mean, they've implied that Michael Caine's Alfred had a past in Burma.
Yeah, that's a child too. Yeah.
A ruby, the size of a tangerine.
He burnt the forest down.
There you go, Lavelle. You've just got your best Jason British accent right there.
You're supposed to blow the bloody doors up.
It's very, very specific. And very, very slowly.
She was only 16 years old.
Okay.
You weren't supposed to blow the bloody doors off. That's my Michael Caine spectrum.
Steve Coogan doing
John Brown to Italian Job. Did you watch the
Trip?
The Trip?
No.
Steve Coogan's impersonation of Michael Caine in that.
Look up Steve Coogan Trip Michael Caine on YouTube.
Okay.
Whoever's
Michael Caine. Oh no, my Michael Caine.
It doesn't say it that way.
Use of cigars and brandy would make your voice harsh and coarse.
Two comedians are arguing about who does the better Michael Caine.
There you go. Yeah,
that's a good. You know that, Elijah. Elijah knows that one.
Yeah. We also had a little bit of
post the link, Brent. Post the link.
I don't have it, Robbie.
You gotta post the link.
We have to.
We gotta
have all these
references. Post the link.
People can look themselves.
I'll pull it up.
Post the bloody link off.
Oh God, Lavelle's back to Ghostbusters
again.
Oh God. Okay.
Back to Ghostbusters.
Back to Ghostbusters. He's
back to DC Fandome, guys. Back to DC Fandome.
Did you also notice one last thing?
Great Alfred Pennyworth.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Brent?
I was gonna say one last thing on with the Batman. McFarlane Toys showed a high detail visual of what this version of Batman's costume looked like. It was actually the closest I've seen of the detail. It looked really cool.
I didn't
look. The design of the uniform.
I saw the thumbnail of the Riddler, I guess.
Right. Yeah, they had one of the full Batman suit for the Batman movie, and
that's what makes me think he's gonna be year one. You know, is I got the boots.
Oh well, they kind of said they said that they kind of announced that it's definitely the year one vibes and.
It's cool. That scene where he's like getting shot up in that hallway is so cool.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Yeah,
just like Yeah. Oh, that was awesome. I like that shit.
That was cool. Just in the darkness and just shooting everywhere, and
it's just like everyone's we're all inspired by these Batman video games. That's what we want to see.
Right.
We want to see shit like that, and that's how we got the warehouse scene. That was the reference to the video games of just how he beats up a ton of people, pretty much kills them. Batman murder. Batman's just out there murdering. There's a scene in the trailer where like he's punching someone out. You guys
Dylan's
remember
here.
this?
Hey, we got Dylan in the house. Hey, Dylan from All New Nerds.
Brent, you remember that scene in the trailer where he's like punching the guy out, and then Selena Kyle's like standing next to him, just like kind of like, dude, what the hell? Like it looks like this Batman's can take it too far, you know. It looks like he's got no restraint.
Yeah,
he looks pretty brutal. Like,
I mean, he's young to the game, I guess. So, yeah, and he's wearing mascara. There you go.
He's wearing mascara. The first to admit.
Yeah.
That
maybe
he wears
Maybelline.
Eyeshadow. Maybe it's Maybelline.
You've got this real obsession about this, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, doesn't this bug you guys? This has always bothered me.
I'm
ever
telling
since
you,
'89 Batman.
If they put the eye makeup on Michael Keaton when he ripped it, was only in Batman Returns. If he ripped it off, they would have saw Beetlejuice. Because Beetlejuice
that's an excuse.
Yeah, good point.
But then there's still 3 other Batman where they did not show that eyeshadow, and like in Christian Bale especially.
Oh, that's true.
In Dark Knight,
kind of taking it on.
He's sitting there in the penthouse, like just staring at his, he's stripped after Rachel after Rachel dies.
Well, maybe he just,
and he's sitting there. Obviously, he just took it off, but there's no eyeshadow. There's no eyeshadow. Rachel.
True.
But yeah, they've been afraid. They're afraid to show that he has to do this. Like, before he goes in. But in Kick-Ass, that was a whole
you need one shot. You need one shot.
Like Nicolas Cage and Nicolas Cage and Kick-Ass, that was a whole. They really embraced
to do that in a movie. Come on.
Yeah.
And I mean, they could have done the whole Patrick Bateman like in the mirror, like not the makeup, his regimen, his Batman regimen.
I just want
a Batman compact with a little mirror.
I just want to see Batman beating the shit out of bad guys. That's all.
It's branded. That would be cool, though. Has anyone done that? Like spliced American Psycho with Batman regimen? Like, I start every day. I do push-ups.
Now someone can. You might have to do that and beat somebody.
Right.
Beat someone to it.
What are you guys' thoughts on American Psycho? I think that's
I still haven't
seen wait a minute. Before we talk about American
comedies
Psycho, hold on.
In the world.
Tangent.
Okay.
Why don't you talk about your mutts before we forget about doing that?
Oh, the mutts.
Before we go on a tangent, because we're already
Oh yeah.
But let's get that in before we forget.
Well, it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. We still have like Shazam and Aquaman to talk about.
I know, but
let's go on that.
We keep going. I just want to point that we're
we got
that's right.
Shazam.
And I want to remind you. I want to remind about the mutts.
Well, I won't forget.
I'm not saying we have to do it now, but
let's talk about Shazam.
Shazam.
So like what we were saying earlier on about Black Adam introducing like this whole mythical universe and crossover. We have Shazam, the sequel, and it looks like they're not introducing the Wrath of the Gods or whatever. What's it called?
And separate, it doesn't look like Black Adam is going to be mixing in with Shazam at all.
Oh yeah, probably like an end tagline.
Like a Venom.
Right, but what comes out first? Black Adam comes out first, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
they got to introduce him first.
Yeah.
And they're introducing Black Adam.
Yeah,
and then I
would say that whatever
Shazam
happens
sequel.
I would say whatever happens in Shazam is going to be very heavily Black Adam related. They haven't really talked much about really what the story's about, except for the fact those kids no longer look like they're 12 years old.
They look like they're like
20.
Their alter egos.
They literally look like they're 20 years old
catching
now,
up.
which I think they're close. Yeah.
That's the hard thing with kids.
He's catching up to looking like Brody.
The second they're done with the movie, they're growing like the Ghostbuster kids.
All those kids.
Like if they do another Ghostbusters movie, they better be filming it now because they're gonna look like they're all in college.
Well, like that's like the Stranger Things have to shoot all that out. And just watching them all grow up.
Movie.
You know.
Oh yeah.
It's like Harry Potter. Like look out. You watch like Sorcerer's Stone.
I mean they were doing
those films were shot a year and a half from each other.
Yeah.
So
but they grew so fast, like between Sorcerer's Stone
right.
and like Prisoner of
Hermione. What happened?
But the kids were already about 14 or 15. I think they were in the first Shazam film, so they're naturally going to look like they're 19 years old.
That was a long time ago too.
So,
like,
yeah, that was nearly 4 years ago, I think, wasn't it?
Crazy.
4 years ago. Yeah,
and I mean that's when it was released. They made the movie like 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years before that it was released.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, those I liked the first one. I had fun watching it. It was,
yeah, the first one was okay. I mean, it didn't totally blow me
the
away.
best they could do with that puppet. It's a weird ass character.
It really is. But the way it was shot felt very 90s in the dialogue.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I think on purpose. I think that was kind of like,
but I don't feel like, I'd like to see a Shazam in this day and age with a Billy Baxter, of 12 years old of today, dealing with whatever today issues are, and not be written like a 90s.
But you know what? It
kind
felt
of series-based teenager.
It felt like when he showed up in Young Justice, like that's the type of Shazam that we got. It feels like. Remember in
when
he had to babysit them?
Yeah.
After Red Tornado was hacked.
And
then they're like, I guess we can't use Red Tornado, and then Shazam. Like that's the kind of vibe, and that was like a fresh portrayal of just Shazam character that I saw, and I was like, that's true. He is still a kid in there, and that was like the first Shazam to actually embrace that. Oh, it's a kid. In like a big strong man.
Exactly.
And I think that's what they kind of ran with that version of him, where he is still like a kid in there.
He's gonna, but Shazam. What was the other one again? We had
Aquaman.
Aquaman. That's
Aquaman.
They were really just behind the scenes, and I'm kind
of. What's Bob Saget have to do with this?
Bob Saget.
Was that him?
What are you reading?
In the
Bob Saget? What are you reading, Bob Saget?
No, it was the Aquaman thing. Was that Bob Saget in the?
Who?
I don't know.
There's no Bob Saget. There's no Bob Saget.
I didn't see any of that. Yeah, I didn't see that.
I just saw it in like the featurette. Like,
oh really?
I thought that was like Bob Saget talking.
Hey, I'm Bob Saget.
Is that Bob Saget?
There's no Bob Saget in it. That would be hilarious.
You're talking about Bob Saget, so you just stop being cool.
Bob Saget.
Oh, was that my not cool? I'm sorry, Liam. I'm not cool enough for you.
Not the British accent again. But no, I mean, I'm always excited to see Jason Momoa. I can't pronounce his last name every time. Momoa. Thank you. I'm so bad at it. I keep on messing his last name.
What I loved about
he gets so excited. I love that he gets so excited about the stuff he does.
Him and The Rock get so stoked. On
they're the kind of guys you could sit down and have a beer with and just have fun chatting.
They're the type of guys to get stoked on you getting stoked about something. They want you to get on their level of being stoked about yourself. And that's great. Like, that's cool.
You guys are giants. I imagine why you guys are so happy. You're like looking up at these two dudes that are like,
I really like the first Aquaman. I like that he was repping his Maori people, That's pretty cool. And we got his dad also.
I like his appearance in the Zack Snyder in Iceland.
They sing that song.
Icelandic song, Well, he's like,
you like that, Elijah? I was thinking about you when that happened. I was like, oh shit, it's Iceland stuff. Elijah must be loving this right now. He's probably like, oh man, where can I find that on vinyl? I want that song, bro.
Really, Jason?
Give me that. No, I'm talking about this is Elijah talking about.
Well, that one song they actually did. Bjork has it's an Icelandic song, but Bjork has done a version of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh anyway, so we knew that song.
Yeah.
But I'm stoked.
There's not a lot.
I like the whole Aquaman stuff.
Yeah, there was not a lot too much except for the title.
They showed
I'm excited to see what they do.
They showed some concept art, some cool
and as
monsters and stuff.
As we said before with the original Aquaman film, it's like if you told 10-year-old me that Aquaman is going to be breaking $1 billion in the box office and beat out Justice League, I would have been like, no way, that's impossible.
And that's
thing. But
pre-pandemic,
it's still crazy.
Like going to the movie theater, like not going to the movie. That's like it came out like normal time.
Yeah, the fact it broke $1 billion box office, like, that was crazy. In the first DC, superhero film to actually do that with that was like,
cool.
okay,
I like that.
That's cool. For so long,
and it was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed the first one.
I really liked that one. And soundtrack, everything.
Yeah. James Wong did a great job of directing, and he's
big
directing
old
the sequel.
Kraken.
So, yeah.
Voiced by Julie Andrews. Spoilers, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, it was too, wasn't it? Yeah. Which is kind of
forgot about that, huh?
I did. I haven't watched it for about 2 years.
You see the brine people, like the crab people, the trench people. There's a big old underwater battle.
Jason, some of us don't have HBO Max where we can watch it on rerun all the time each day.
Huh?
Some of us don't have HBO Max where we can sit there and have it on rerun.
Oh no, I bought it.
Oh, you bought it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, get HBO Max. It's really cheap.
Yeah, I know.
You want my password?
You can't say that on. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I can say it. I just said it. You want my password to HBO Max, Brent?
I definitely want to check out the Young Justice episodes 1 and 2 of season 4. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, just don't give it out of line. Anyway, yeah. Jeez. Well, okay. What else went on yesterday with the DC Fandome? I enjoyed it too.
I'm just responding to Black Loki.
Oh yeah. Yeah, one of the things
that's
memorable
all of
from
DC.
Fandom.
There's like the pets, I guess. They're doing shows.
Oh, DC pets.
Oh, about the pets and the cars. The pets in the cars.
Elijah got really, guys. Wait! I got to point this out, Jason, because you weren't there yesterday when we did our live recording. Elijah got very excited about the Aquaman song that was sung.
Oh yeah,
in this animated Aquaman. It looks so cheesy as hell, and Elijah got caught up in the Aquaman song.
The Aquaman song.
Yeah,
what Aquaman song?
Can you find that real quick?
I haven't got it separated.
They're doing it's on HBO Max right now because it's on there, but it looks like gosh, going blank on the
style. It's a certain style.
The show.
It's made for little kids.
The animated style. It's very kiddish.
Right.
Why am I going blank on the damn name of the show?
What? Well, like is it like the
Adventure Time, like kind of Adventure Time,
yeah.
looking like, I don't know, it's the same animation studio.
The whole Cal Arts look of a cartoon. The Cal Arts like
look. If that comes from Cal Arts or however that works.
Yeah, because that whole Adventure Time like
in that realm. And I was like, I don't know where this is going, but then they did a song for it, and it was actually pretty funny. With the animation, I was enjoying it.
I'm glad Elijah was amused. I was sitting there going, "Okay, sure."
You watch Adventure Time, Brent?
It's also funny to watch.
I haven't seen it.
I was also enjoying it more because Brent is.
Yeah.
Do you know of Adventure Time?
I don't know enough about Adventure Time. I hear it's very well constructed and conceived.
It's good stuff.
Okay,
it's good stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. Add that to the heap of things that Brent needs to watch.
There you go. And speaking of animation, you've dropping your Vogus is a little animation piece that you sent me to show.
So yeah, if you guys are aware, the Vogu Collective is a project that I co-founded. It's as a collection of PFP NFTs that are all randomized robots with different components and stuff like that. And there's a whole lore to it. Today we are this last week we announced the date that we are dropping our companions to anyone holding a Vogu. You get a free companion. These are them. This week we've also revealed that they will all be animated.
Those are cool.
So there's a walking style, there's they have legs and they're going to be walking. It's going to be a walking cycle. So yeah, these are the few that we've really teased. There's still tons. There's so many other features that you guys haven't seen yet, and so I'm really excited about that. We've also dropped. We've dropped the trailer for this week too. That's been making its way. Oh no, you have to rewind it, Brent.
Oh, rewind it. Oops. There we go.
Oh, there. So I'm working with my animator. He's on Twitter. His name, he goes by the name of Pizza Later. Post the link, Brent. You gotta post the link.
Post the link, Brent.
It's down below.
and the music
the
is
link's
made
below.
by very talented Amwa, who is also on Twitter. Has that name. And working with these guys has been great. They're great to work with. Everything meshes style-wise and everything. So it was a pleasure to work with such a good team. And
cool. Looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And Brent will post the link.
I will post the link.
To the Vogu and then to the animator.
Like and subscribe.
Now
post the bloody link.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so I'm stoked about that. That's what I've been working on these past couple months. And yeah, so we're stoked about that. And stay tuned. The 19th is the day they're going to be dropping. There's going to be a claim period, and and we'll be revealing soon after that. In a few, probably a week after. Stay posted on that. Follow Vogu and Vogu Collective on Twitter. The Vogu Collective.
There you go.
Post the link, Brent.
Post the bloody link.
I'm just gonna take a video clip just of that because that's all it's gonna be. We'll drop it as a
post the link.
I don't know where that came.
I don't know where that came from. Me and Elijah just started yelling. Kobe, that's my homie.
That's your homie.
We go way back. We're like undergrad together.
Did Kobe stick around to the very end and just pop in now?
I think he's been watching. He's been watching every week.
He's been watching every week. Well,
watching,
thank you, Thank you, watching Kobe. Thank you for watching. Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe. Yeah.
I went on Instagram and I posted the link. Brent.
All right.
I went on my story and I said link in my bio because I posted the link.
Well, so anyway, guys, we are at an hour and 20 minutes in, and I don't know. I think we've covered most of what we wanted to cover for the week, right?
And Black
still have a bunch of stuff that you didn't
into
mention.
Ghostbusters
Brent.
right now.
Yeah. Oh, yes. How's Ghostbusters watch going?
He's on Dana's apartment scene.
Oh yeah.
Just
rewatch it. Wrong one.
Start over.
Yep. You kind of have to focus on this one.
I guess this is like a heavy DC week, huh?
DC dropped
it's all DC stuff.
A crystal skull, like is in the movie. The
your dad's skull? One. No, Brent, we've been through this.
Okay.
Dan Aykroyd has a vodka.
We're gonna do when we do our Crystal. Episode,
oh, okay.
We'll figure it out.
Right.
We'll all
Crystal Skull vodka is made by Dan Aykroyd.
That's it. Yes.
And we were talking about earlier with the Ecto Cooler.
We'll figure that out. I'm gonna figure that out for our. Right. We're gonna figure out how to have Ecto. How to drink and talk about Ghostbusters.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna definitely do that. One of the things that comes out this week, guys, just as a quick movie note, Dune comes out this week as well. I'm seeing it on Thursday night. So next weekend I'm going to be able to bring. I mean, if you guys get to see it, I'm going to at least be able to talk a little bit about it, non-spoilery next Sunday. I'm guessing.
That's cool.
Which would be.
I don't know if you saw it, but to talk about another show, Fat Man Beyond. They did a review of it with. Mark Bernardin and Kevin Smith They saw it, so they talked about it.
They saw it. Yeah, people have been reviewing it.
Yeah, I've been kind of avoiding all spoilers and stuff, but I've already seen the original, but I know it's going to be. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing the production quality. I don't know how slow this movie's going to be. For me, I'm not a big fan on slow-moving movies, but I'm going to check it out and see how it looks and give my opinion and thoughts.
Did you like the last Blade Runner?
It was very well done, but it was extremely slow, and that's what I'm expecting.
What's the slowest movie that you enjoy that you would call visually slow or visually slow paced? That you
I would have to stop.
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones is not slow. It's a lot of dialogue. That's all. I would have to stop and think about that. But not for now. The other thing that we dropped also, we'll be doing some more later on in the week. We've been watching Cowboy Bebop, the animated show, in preparation to preparation for the animated series, a live action series, I should say. I couldn't. We recorded my reaction last week. I rewatched it again because I was so tired when we actually did that reaction.
It took footage of tired Brent.
I've caught up on a few episodes. We're going to drop another video.
Here, wait a minute.
This week.
This is Brent watching Cowboy Bebop.
Almost. I was really tired. I actually
quiet.
It took me a few episodes to get into the series, but I actually watched up to episode 4 by your discussion. We are going to sit down.
I think you'll like 5 and 6.
We're gonna sit down and do a reaction video to episodes 5 and 6. So I've stopped at episode 4, and I think I'll give my opinion on our next reaction video. It's probably going to be sometime this week that we'll do it. And in fact, one thing we'll find out. And see if I continue to enjoy where this series is going. So have a look online, everybody. Check out the reactions to the first episode of Cowboy Bebop, and we're looking forward to seeing the live action series. Any other last thoughts, guys, before we go?
Yes, William Shatner went to space.
William Shatner went into space this week.
I mean,
I almost forgot about that.
Whatever, these are old rich people. Whatever.
You know what? I've worked with I've worked with Bill Shatner before. Look at that look there. Look at that.
Scared.
I need new depends.
I need
to change my diapers.
He's the oldest man to ever go into orbit, and the reality was the emotional. If you saw the video of him when he landed and he is talking with Jeff Bezos about the emotional experience, I felt really happy for him. Cool. There's a lot of problems that are on Earth that are going on, and things that should definitely be taken care of before we go to space travel. I understand that point of view, but there's this element of it seemed like he had a spiritual experience going up there.
I think anybody does. I mean,
I think any of us would,
especially a man who's played.
It's cool to throw someone up there who has such a rapport with space.
Absolutely,
it didn't look like it on stage 9 when I was there. We were just looking at a screen.
But at the same time,
we don't have to pretend to be.
At the same time, I'm
warp speed Zulu.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he needs to pay his fucking taxes, Jeff Bezos.
Aside from all the earthly problems, I think that was still a kind
pay his taxes.
Pay your bloody taxes.
Old people in space.
It was still a nice.
Pay your taxes, Bezos.
Pay
your bloody taxes, Bezos.
Yeah.
Or pay for us to go to the Star Wars hotel.
There you go. Yes.
Pay your share, Bezos.
We all want to go to the Star Wars hotel one day. Guys. So we will be bringing you more news, more updates, that sort of stuff next week. It still seems like a quiet week. There's nothing big Star Wars or Marvel that I'm aware of coming up, unless they drop something during the week. But we're still going to have our weekly Sunday afternoon discussions and chat. So hopefully everybody will join us next week and sit in and have some fun. Jason, Elijah, thank you for joining us again today. This was a lot of fun. I hope hope that everybody out there enjoyed it as well. And remember, if you made it this far into the video, if you're watching later, please like and subscribe and follow us on our little chats in the future. And we have Liam has come back in. All right. Well, we're heading out, Liam. Yep.
Oh, wait. One more thing.
Post
the link, Brent.
Post
the link.
Make sure all the links are posted.
Make sure yes, I'm going to forget every single. I don't remember which links we had to post. I have no idea. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you, everyone. All right, later, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.